Hey, man, say, man. Boop, boop, boop. This is a special episode, guys. We haven't done a Stucky AM in a minute.
AM, man. It's been a while since we done a Stucky AM.
Yeah, and we got a holiday Monday today. This is the holiday episode.
Memorial.
That's hard, bro. We just made a whole new remix.
For real. Like a whole new jingle.
Yeah. Guys, welcome to the Stuck in the Middle podcast, because you know what's up, and it's the
Air Week.
Weekly.
You get old like me, you gotta wear socks because it get cold.
Yeah, I see that. Might start a bonfire over there, my boy.
Hey, man, powder donuts feet when I wake up in the morning, it's all good.
Come on, baby, ashy.
Yeah, let me know if y'all do y'all when y'all put the lotion on at night to make sure you wake up. Yeah, to make sure you wake up without the ash. Or you wake up and put the lotion on?
Because I put lotion on.
No, I just want to know people's regimen. Are we putting lotion on at night with socks to make sure that my feet?
No, that's nobody.
There's people, bro. There's
with
what?
Socks? People
No, I know there's people that do everything, but they got to stop.
All right, let's debate, guys. Get in the comments. Get in the comments.
But there's actually one that's trending right now. I'll give you a better one. I know
showers?
No. The one that's trending is the brushing your teeth. Do you brush your teeth before you put on clothes or after you put on clothes?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's trending
I'm
right
after.
now. Yeah, they're saying after.
I'm after.
Because a lot of people don't brush their teeth when they put on the clothes.
Yeah.
I'm before.
Yeah, I'm after.
Yeah, I'm after.
But I mean, don't judge me. But I'm very much an efficiency guy. So
but most of the time,
I have like a toothbrush set up in the shower.
Yeah.
So like
I'm brushing in the shower.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a freaky
all
boy.
That. I got like a whole mouthwash set up thing in the shower.
It ain't that freaky, actually. But yeah, just brush your teeth, y'all.
You know, you dropped it. You dropped it toothbrush.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I've never dropped a toothbrush ever. That will be thrown away immediately.
You just go to your dentist, bro. I was talking to somebody this week, and that man had the wildest plaque buildup I ever seen in my life.
That yellow.
Yeah,
I mean, it was crazy. And whoever's gonna go clean that is gonna have a day, because I'm sure it's like popping a pimple, right? Like it must be a night.
Underneath it's got to be
also,
disgusting.
Breath,
death
On 10.
And no matter how much you brush your mouthwash with that much plaque, it's not going.
Built up. You ain't gonna knock that off, bro. That's why you got to go to the dentist so they can get the little pickaxe thing and get to working.
So we got two things we got to know. We got to know: do you put lotion on at night?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Before you wake up?
Yeah.
Or do you put it on after you wake up to cover the ash? And then are you brushing your teeth before you put your clothes on for the day or after? We got to know this. Put this in the comment. What happened? What happened?
Go see if it's still recording.
What happened?
Mom called.
Oh, come on,
Come on, Ma.
Yeah, mid-pod, you doing it? Oh, you doing it like that? Wow.
Come on, Ma.
But yeah,
I thought you was on the D&D.
I thought I was too.
But again, y'all got two tasks. This is we need it. Put it in the comments. And a lot of y'all nosy. Y'all be already commenting anyway, giving feedback when we on air. So
That's right. But
you know, some people might call that narcissism.
I'm dead.
Hey, y'all know I keep the fan with me.
Yo, I am Coach Hef.
Reincarnated.
He really traveled. If I heard him back there stunting, that was y'all didn't hear him. But
See, but y'all tripping.
That's cool. I'm tripping.
I travel.
I got him. I'm big with Cooks. Hey,
there you go.
Cori from Cori's Corner. This is my pup Perry. He lit this morning because it's morning time and not the evening.
He got all that energy. And
this might be the best time to shoot. Look, he proper now.
There you go. Yeah. We still ain't got Perry cam.
I know we need to. I ain't gonna care.
Bro, just put the GoPro on him. I told you, it's a bet. Millions of followers.
What's the one with the cat that always be starting fights?
Oh, bro, that's what I'm saying. It's millions of followers. Day one. The one that goes around fighting the other cats.
Literally, bro.
But to me, it's about who got the best voiceovers of him. And I still think Super Ray is the GOAT.
Right now, he's on top.
Yeah, I mean, the voiceovers is cool, but the OG videos be having me dead. Because, like, what made you think you needed to start, like, put a camera on this cat?
No, it's genius.
It is, but, like, what made you initially do that? Because, obviously, Cat been doing that before the camera. So what made you, like, did he come back with blood on him or something like that? And then out of nowhere, you're like, let me record and see what you're doing all day.
You know what? You should look this up. There's a story back in the Soviet War, I think. I don't know which side was doing it, but they took a cat and they put, like, a hearing device in their ear.
I read this somewhere. Yeah.
And then they taught the cat how to, like, be nice to people so they can, like, listen in on their conversations.
Yeah.
But when they sent the cat out to actually do its first mission, it got ran over by a truck or something.
Shout out to the cats, baby. Shout out to the cat.
What's that?
Oh, that's $20 million.
Sound like Binks from Hocus Pocus.
Facts.
Yeah, but my thing is, I know these are historical things, but I just try to put myself in the seat of the person, like the controller that day. You know
That's how I be
saying?
thinking. Like, dang, the person that set this up, like, how was it? Like, you know, I always want that inside
man.
That's
cam.
exactly what they did that day.
They just was quiet.
They did this. It was one of these. They listening. They I think we're getting close. Look.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, are you guys? Hey, look.
They said, look.
No, yeah. No, that's not the first one. That's not the first one. Hey, the first one ain't that reaction. The first one is, hey, are y'all getting that?
That's the backup dude. You know what I'm talking
Did y'all hear that?
The backup dude he in the thing like this, like, wait, did y'all hear that? Y'all picking that up?
Did y'all pick that up?
The main guy who came up with the idea, like,
God bless, bro.
the cat. He probably like, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, I told him at the beginning.
Cat
What about
move,
the
yeah,
car?
On top of that, the worst part is, it was a dumb decision, and somebody put their neck on the line for him. That's
Big
why
time.
he took the headphones off.
Yeah.
So he knew, like, I'm cooked.
Beyond.
This cat is dead, and my career is gone.
And I might be dead.
Because you know he pitched the idea. Like, come on, man.
Hey, did he go out in front of a car that day? Like, man, you know
He
what?
like,
They might as
come
well.
on,
Might as well ride or die.
That was real. Yeah, so look, guys,
let me down.
here's what we do, guys. We have comedic banter around pop culture and just popular events. And we do it with you guys. We do it in a few segments. The first is we're stuck on comments because you guys have a lot to say, so we try to get you unstuck. We move on from there to talk about the Mutha-Stucka of the week. I got 2 this week for the go, by the way.
I got a medium one.
Whoa. I don't know what just happened, but
The fish.
yeah, but he said big one media. So then we move on from there to go right back to you. Remember, go to StuckyPod.com. StuckyPod.com. I repeat, StuckyPod.com. And give us your Stucky situation. Actually, I thought the process to go to the website was pretty simple. But you guys got to actually go. We appreciate you guys for submitting. We read it. We put it up here on the screen. And hopefully, we try to get you unstuck for whatever you give us. From there, we try to figure out if you're stuck and stupid. And what does that mean? We go around the world. We see about all these stuck and stupid stories. And we put them on the wheel. B Wood. At the very end, Cori puts us in the dark, wet corner. Call it the shadow work. What? That's what in my mind, that's where you have to go in order to be vulnerable. Is that true?
Move it on.
And listeners, this is the problem. We think we have to go to a dark place to be vulnerable, where we could be vulnerable in the light.
So, by the way, it's just a play on the word shadow work. Okay, so
But every time
it's
you
not
say
a
dark and wet, I'm gonna say something about it.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
Brian said,
I'm waiting for B
It's
Wood.
the pay-per-view episode right here.
The Patreon, the
right.
Substack,
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Reddit.
Speaking of, we got it ready, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We got
Have
some,
we Reddit?
yeah, right. But yeah, anyway, at the very end, ties us up in a pretty little bow since it's on our way, guys. That's the show. About an hour and a half. We hope you stick around. You guys got a lot to say.
Thanks for the sync clap. It helped me sync the cameras up.
Yep.
Yeah. What's up with the comments?
Hey, so let's go with. Oh, yep, this looks like a reply and a like. So, JB, that's all it is. It's JB, I should say. Commented, said Black Ops 3. The amount of content and sheer amount of things you can do, online, offline, zombies, and even the campaign was all great. Was it was it the best at anything?
I specifically chose this one so I could see Cori's.
Yeah, was it the best at anything? Maybe not, but it was top 5 in everything.
Hey.
That is a lie. That is a lie. Black Ops 3 might be one of the worst Black Ops.
Bro, I can't.
man,
Black
I
Ops was
told
Black
you,
Ops
bro,
3
but-
the one with the
listen,
jetpacking and
but
all
listen,
Yes, and all the
Hold on.
maps were terrible.
But listen, because you and what's
He
her
said
name?
top 5. He
Hold on.
did kind of save himself.
No, but
No.
listen, you and what was the other? There's somebody who followed
Somebody else.
Danny.
Danny, yes.
You guys are in sync with that, right? Literally every comment was like BO3, BO3,
Or BO2
Yeah.
or something. Or Modern
The
Warfare 2.
original Modern Warfare 2
Yeah,
It's top notch.
The original Black Ops
yeah.
gave us some of the most historical
Because of zombies?
maps. And no, Zombies is already tough, but you get Newtown, original Black
Yes,
Black
Black
Ops.
Ops
now
is
Newtown's
Newtown.
big.
No,
I don't
we
even
got
play Call of Duty. I
iconic
know
maps.
Newtown.
We got iconic
Hijack
maps.
is
That's what I'm
iconic.
saying.
But that's why Black Ops to me already is the elite level of the
Is that the one that had the airport and the cruise?
Terminal.
terminal.
Bro,
Is that the one that had terminal?
Bro,
Black-
I don't
no,
know.
Black, Black Ops,
was-
the original Black Ops did not
no,
have terminal.
No.
Oh,
But
okay,
my
my bad.
Terminal
What
point
did you
was
is,
a part of the Modern Warfare.
but that
thing.
shift to Black Ops where we first start see Nuketown and other things like that, that first shift over to that was like, whoa. So there's a mindset around like what Call of Duty is that we didn't understand yet at the time because we had still came through a bunch of different Modern
Black Ops
Warfares.
3 is...
Which
So-
original had shipment? I know it was in Modern Warfare, but
No,
like
it was
which
in
one?
Modern Warfare.
MW1?
It might have been the first Modern Warfare or the second one. But remember, the first shipment was like it looked different. It wasn't like the shipment
was
on
green,
the ship. It was like
yeah.
there was greenery. It was like basically in a.
It was in a yard, like in a field,
exactly.
but
So,
like cut off in a paintball field.
But I said all that to say that every comment was Black Ops 3, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 3. I was like, where's Cori at?
Bro, Black Ops 3 was it was gotta
But
be
here's
the
thing.
top three
Here's
worst.
the thing. It was trash. it was absolute garbage. But people love zombies. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 Zombies was good.
Yeah.
So I'm not against that. But people let the zombies overshadow the rest of the game. The game was buns, bro. That's it definitely ain't better than Black Ops 1.
Definitely not.
Somebody
It's not better
there
than
was
Black
there
Ops
was
2.
one vote for the only reason I know this is because I did I have a spreadsheet of all the different ones, bro. Black Ops 3 was of all the platforms the most voted of all.
Well, I may be wrong.
Yeah.
I just have a different opinion.
But there was one guy that did vote for Black Ops 1. And his description was pretty in depth too. Like, man, it was just the foundation of every Black Ops we know.
Yes.
And
But
the
3
foundation of our mind change set and everything. I said, I can agree with that. I just remember running up the side of that wall at an angle and shooting down, and I thought to myself, this is it. We've come. We finally made it.
To me, that would be that didn't make sense. Those are the things that made the game not make sense.
Yeah, she I think Danny called people that like Black Ops 3 cheaters.
They hackers, bro.
Yeah, the hackers,
You
the
know what I'm saying? They
spawners.
like to cheese the game.
Yeah.
It's people who don't be outside.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Don't be
I think I
outside.
liked it.
I gotta. So I asked ChatGPT. I'm gonna just give you the top 3. So I typed in what's the best Call of Duty all times. So they said Black Ops 2 is number 3. Modern Warfare 2 is number 2,
That's not
and
bad.
then number 1, which is Bull. It's not Bull, but come on, it's the first Call of Duty.
Well, they probably have to do the first Call of
That's
Duty
what I'm saying.
because-
That's why I said it.
It's the
It's not
original.
fair, really, because
Yeah,
they're
that's what I'm saying.
gonna
But-
use like.
But so
But
I'm
again,
Xing that out in Modern Warfare 2 to my
the
point.
twos are the best versions
Greatest.
of the games.
It's
Black
just
Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
You
But,
know,
but
I might
I
be-
just feel like 3, and I'll say this on record. I agree with you. I think that if you had to do in a which we're doing in the congruence of all the games, right? Where does Black Ops 3 lie in terms of all the stuff? I can understand why you think it's trash, right? And the storyline was, because I did all the storylines too. Like I know y'all do. If you're real Call of Duty fans, you got to
100%.
play the storyline.
We played the storyline before.
Yeah, you have to beat the game before you can get
you
online
can't even
for
get, you
multiplayer.
can't even like
Yeah, y'all hard with it.
Exactly. No. That's just the
You
Nah,
get you
yeah,
actually
I-
understand the game so much better
Facts,
if you play the
facts.
campaign
because
through.
the
Yeah,
maps
way
be
better.
in there, the guns be in there.
the
you
types
can
of
unlock stuff.
the types of operatives that you see as you're
Yeah.
running around. It makes sense. Oh, I see this character. I know they're a sniper. I see that character. I know they're a rifleman.
If there's
or-
new weapons or like
Yeah,
facts.
bombs and stuff like
That's a
that,
good point.
you use them in the game. They kind of teach you how to use them in the game.
You're like, oh my god, a syntax.
Right.
You're like, oh no. But my point is, I get it. My thing though is what it did was it opened up our mind to the idea of having another way to interact in games. That's what I'm saying. Before that, the most you had was a sidestep to the wall.
But it wasn't. It opened up people who only played Call of Duty.
Or first person shooters.
No, that wasn't
Yeah.
the first person shooter to do stuff like
Not,
that.
okay, Gears of War to me is third person, so like that, them angles that they
I'm
were
not
there's
taking.
other
like
games-
Gears
there
of
was
War.
other-
You
yeah,
had
there's-
other games like even when in Battlefield and
007?
stuff like that, where you would do stuff like PUBG was out around that time. Like,
Oh.
you had other games, other shooter games where you could
James
do
Bond,
some
all
of
that.
those futuristic type things. Matter of fact, when Black Ops 3 came out, and then later when Advanced Warfare came out, people were clowning Call of Duty for jacking other games because at that point people had started to expand outside of the Call of Duty thing. The problem is most gamers only play Madden, 2K, now college football, and Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
They play nothing else. It's them 4 games.
Yeah, it's really
Big boys.
Yeah,
Right?
big
And
four.
so those 4 games, them type of people get like clowned on by other gamers who are like, bro, this is the stuff we're getting in Call of Duty.
There's other games
There's
out
other
there
games
like
who've
that,
been doing that. So to me, I thought that was outside of Call of Duty. Like that's not Call of Duty to me. Closer than Battlefield, I guess you can say. Battlefield to me is like a real battle simulator
100%.
for sure. And I like Battlefield, but you got to be in the trenches for sure if you're playing Battlefield. But Call of Duty was the best exhibition type of war simulator, right? Where like some of the stuff is kind of fake, like it don't really happen that way. Mm-hmm. Like right now, if you're playing Warzone, they got the HDR sniper, bro. It's a one shot. It's crazy. Why do none of the other snipers hit like this? I don't know. In real life, is a sniper a one shot if you hit a headshot? Yes. So I get it. Well, why isn't the LR762 the same? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why is the frost line not the same way? So I get it, and they make it like to me, Call of Duty is the difference between like an NBA Live and NBA 2K.
100%.
Right? Exhibition versus like a true simulation. Call of Duty is that exhibition. For you to throw in something as goofy as that when the exhibition was fine, I was like, what are we doing, bro? Run up the side of walls? And then the Advanced Warfare, you adding in jetpacks?
And outer space, like, nah.
Yeah, come on, dog. Come
Yeah,
on,
no,
man.
I think you're right. I just I just like to see that they could shift. Like when what was that battle? What's the one?
Fortnite.
When Fortnite came out, they didn't have a Royale before that.
PUBG, Players Unknown, Battleground.
Call of Duty didn't. Call of Duty, the brand did not have a version of that yet.
Right.
So they had to. Again, this shows that the same thing that they did for Black Ops for me is what they did to make sure they kept up with the times of Battle Royale whenever whenever it started becoming a huge thing, right? They were like, we adapt or die. So to me, I think that was our first adaptation of seeing them actually adapt, because they had their own thing with Modern Warfare for a while, and it was kind of like crushing it. And remember, we started to get a little bored. 100%. Don't forget, we were all kind of like...
Well, they came in with so remember they did, if you look at Call of Duty has always been made by 2 developers. And
that's right. It was back and forth.
So if you look at the games, they didn't double up. So you had like Call of Duty, then you had Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3. Mm-hmm. Then you started getting these one-off games like Call of Duty, Cold War, stuff like that. Yeah. Then you got Modern Warfare. By the way.
A lot of people say that.
After Modern Warfare, you got Black Ops. Yeah. Then you got Modern Warfare 2. Then you got Black Ops 2. Then you got Modern Warfare 3 or something like that.
To this point, you're just following the trend.
Yeah,
what's hot. And then
it was like at the time, there was a point where those types of movements in other games existed. Yeah. And let's say you have people who, like me, maybe I fall in that group. I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. I'm not really a huge first-person shooter fan of all FPSs. Like, I really enjoy Call of Duty if I am going to play it, right? So I say, oh, okay, well, is there a rendition you guys can make up? And they just happen to do it. At the time, that was just not a thing they had to do. They were competing with themselves.
Smart on business. It's smart on business.
And then at some point, they're realizing, like, oh, crap, we're getting a little...
Oh, we already got you. You're stuck for life. We got to get the new clients.
We got to get people that are... Look, they're going over there to PUBG. Look, they're going over there to whatever. Look, they're going over there to whatever.
Hey, sometimes, though, you got to recognize why they leaving. They ain't leaving because niggas running up walls.
No, I mean, maybe that was their first shot. That's what I'm saying.
Right, no.
They just shot their shot.
To your point, them getting into the Battle Royale was good. And I remember, and people sleep on this. Right now, they brought back Verdansk. And people often talk about Verdansk being the OG map. That's what they say, right? Mm-hmm. They're bringing back the OG map. Am I lying? Mm-hmm. Verdansk was not the OG map. It was a Blackout map. Mm-hmm. The Blackout was the first Battle Royale map for Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. I actually rock with that map too.
Oh yeah.
But then they came out with Verdansk. So Verdansk technically was the second map, but it's when everybody joined around 2020. Before that though, you can play Call of Duty Blackout, and that was a battle royale. Mm-hmm. And it had a dam, it had port.
That's true. I mean, it wasn't a popular game set.
No, it wasn't. Because people wasn't playing. You was either playing PUBG, and you had to be, at that time, it had to be on PC playing PUBG.
Or if you're on Call of Duty playing
and then
flags.
Fortnite had came out. So Fortnite was huge. So Call of Duty was like, all right, we're going to get into the Battle Royales too.
But think about it. So Fortnite comes out and goes crazy, and then you got to think about it. Am I going to still be on Call of Duty playing flags?
Yeah.
Oh, multiplayer in the game?
No, I mean, you weren't. You're going to try to go over there to Fortnite just to test out the water, see what this is all about, and then maybe you end up liking it. Like, oh, this is kind of cool. Now you've lost a Call of Duty fan? No, they weren't
No,
going to.
that's exactly what happened. That's why they did it.
Yeah,
So that's
they
why
weren't going to let that happen too many times. That's what I'm telling you. They weren't going to keep boosting up to capture the flag.
But now the pendulum has swung a little too far, and then we'll get to the next person.
Yeah.
Because they care too much about the Battle Royale game, and they've started to slack on the multiplayer.
They bent the knee.
And the other stuff. And all they're doing now is just playing nostalgia. So they just start bringing back old maps.
It's like
Even
the
though I
Jordans.
do love Fire Range.
All I know is Michael Jordan do it every year.
No, that's true.
He do it every year.
Works for business. It works. All right, who next?
Our next is Christy Harris. Christy Harris Harden.
Welcome back.
Yeah, she be commenting all the time. She says, and this is about the first date splitting the check. She said, I think the first date should be a cheap date where you get to know each other and figure out if there's going to be a second date. The first date could be a coffee date where you pay your own. If something develops from there, then you set parameters. He pays for the meal, she pays for the movie. My grandmother would say, the man always pays, don't settle for anything less, but times have changed and so has the cost of going out. Yeah. Not wrong on that
hold
part.
on, man. Let's get Christy. Let's get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
And she wrote that beautifully.
Yeah, I don't even
They
know.
had punctuation too?
Yeah. See?
Wow.
Hey, why
Punctuation,
you-
parentheses.
We got to put you on one of the. Do we have a Rushmore for the fans?
Yeah, we
we
got
should.
Yeah.
Danny for sure.
Stucky
Yeah.
Mountain Mercy.
Stucky Mount.
Adrian.
Stucky
Stucky
Mount.
Mount.
Adrian, Danny for the.
Hey,
guaranteed.
Stucky Mount. They're already on Stucky
Stucky
Mount.
Mount.
Stucky,
Yeah.
yeah, they on there.
Yeah.
Dang, we need a...
Christy
there's
probably on there.
Yeah.
She comments on everything.
We need to-
Oh,
Shout
you know
out
what? Mount Stuckmore.
Mount Stuckmore.
We already
There
said that, didn't we? We got that. We got
Mount
that.
Stuckmore.
We got that.
That means
that's
that,
all
look,
it is.
but we are constantly redesigning Mount Stuckmore. So the more people that comment might be able to knock them
Yeah,
off.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You know, we
But
might-
we know
Oh,
for right.
so it's not just keep adding it. It's only 4.
No, there needs to be it needs to be a goal. Yeah,
Yeah, it gotta
only
be.
top
You can't
4.
get an infinity. Everybody
I
can't
want
be
the
on
infinity more.
Let's do
Nah,
MySpace
Everybody
top
ain't gonna
5.
make it.
Let's do
You gotta
MySpace.
you gotta be amazing.
Top 8
That's
MySpace.
why-
No, not top 8. No,
You said what? Top 8 MySpace?
no, we do
Let's say
top
top 10.
4 because Mount Rushmore 4. I like it.
All right, cool. Let's keep
Okay,
it 4.
4
But
people
right
on the
now,
group.
Danny and Chrissy up
Beyonce.
there.
Oh,
Danny
and
Chrissy up
Lamar.
Adrian's on there.
Lamar.
Adrian. That's who.
Oh, yeah,
he's
oh,
definitely
yeah.
on there.
So we need
Guaranteed.
one more.
Danny for sure. Christy for sure right now. And then
Adrian.
And Adrian.
we already got Adrian. That's
that's
Lamar.
3.
So it's 3.
Yeah.
All right,
We
we got
need,
one
we
more
need one more.
space.
Somebody you better jump the gun.
Hey,
Get
no, we
on
got
it.
a couple on TikTok too that go
No,
hard
for
too.
sure, for sure.
I gotta go back and get their
But
names.
yeah, I'm with you on splitting the check.
Send us we gotta send y'all a box or something. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
here's I feel weird about this one.
The first date?
I'm traditional in a sense that the first night, here's what I'm gonna say. If you invite, you ignite. You paying that bill.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%.
If you invite, so if I'm a man and I'm reaching out to you to want to come out and date with me on that first night. Now, with that being said, I have full autonomy to create the date. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to impress this girl, okay, well then you create the date. Don't be like, I'll pay. Just tell me where you want to go. No, that's where it gets a little out of control. To her point, you know what? On me. Would you mind spending some time with me? Let's go. Maybe we can go grab some coffee or something. Now I'm dictating where we're going, and now I'm dictating the bill too. Like,
But my thing, or not my thing, to counteract, you said you're traditional, but if she ignites, does she pay?
when I say I'm traditional, that's just me. But also, I understand why I say what I say, because I know today women were not going out.
Yesterday.
Yeah, women of that time, early in our lifetime, in that culture that we created back then, we're not going out of their way to be like, "Hello, sir. Would you please mind courting me on a day?"
Hello, please.
Yeah,
sir.
that wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't happening. Every man was coming after their woman. That's what it was. Today, it's wildly different. The generations have passed where now there's autonomy, there's independence, there's all kind of things that come with being the person that you say you want to be, right? Like, oh, I'm a woman and I want autonomy. This is what it looks like. Sometimes you got to ask for your date. But or not, and then we could talk about something else. But from what I know, hey, sometimes if you like what you like, you got to go after it. And I've noticed that's how women are, right? So I have to be respectful of that. Otherwise, I'm this whole like, oh, you're too traditional, oh, you're whatever.
But like I think she brought up a good example though. Like imagine like if you're getting coffee, Starbucks or something, and then imagine you walking in line, or she walks in line first ahead of you or something like that, and she already pays, and then you're next, and it's like I can see that happening. I can see somebody splitting a check like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good point. To
you know
her
what I mean?
point,
Like that's why I
a
say
good
the
point.
example's cool. Like the coffee, I can see you splitting a check there.
Yeah, because I mean,
It's not really splitting like the check is coming to the table. Y'all just both walk up and pay for your drinks and then go sit down. That's really splitting the check.
And even then, I'm going out of my way to try to make sure that's not happening.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
100%. That
Yeah.
That's what traditional. Yeah, we ain't having that.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of like a coffee first date because
Yeah, that's tough.
no matter what happens, especially in today's world where people try to date farm like crazy, like just to get free meals
The
and
hell is
whatnot.
date farm?
No,
Like,
bro,
date farming
but
is
you
like-
understand what I'm saying?
Date farming is like where
Jamie,
you
what's that?
intentionally go out like with people who you know you don't have chemistry and you know you're not really trying to do anything else. This is unfortunately statistically this
Finesse.
is more women that are doing it.
Hold on.
But
I'm gonna
they're
send you a video
finessing
on this.
and then that pulls into they get like this free meal out of it and then ghost the guy all the time.
That's it's called date farming.
Hold on, real quick.
There's
Corey, I'm
other
gonna send you a
terms
video
for it,
on
but
this.
yeah.
Make sure you clip it on this part. I'm gonna send you a video on this. This is a real. What Jeremy's saying is a real deal thing.
yeah.
I mean,
happens.
But I mean, sometimes I'll be telling people to do.
Do what? Date farm?
Go for the free meal.
Like, do you say the word date farm? Hey, date.
No.
Like one.
no,
You say
no,
one, but date farm.
Well, because I think what Corey's about to say is like it's just an opportunity at the end of the day. What if you go there, you eat, and then all of a sudden it actually cracks off? Great, but if
You
it
tell
don't,
men and women this?
Yes.
Okay, but as long as it's equal.
Well, sometimes I mean, I just at the end of the day, if somebody trying to pay for your meal or something like that, like what's the worst thing that happen? Y'all gonna have a conversation and you gonna say,
This is so you're saying not in a business setting. This is you're telling friends this.
yeah, I'm telling friends this. Like I
Hey,
think because I
hey.
think you should take your opportunities because you never know what can happen. Now, to Jeremy's point,
Oh, he got
Jeremy's
out.
talking
He got
about
out. He's right.
intentionality,
He's right.
yeah.
He's right.
right? Like, and his intentions are, I done already been talking to you. I know I don't rock with you,
He's right.
and I'm hungry tonight.
That's a good point.
I can get a free meal. That I'm not necessarily rocking with. But I guess whatever. If you want to do that, that's fine. But don't
And
be
if the
mad.
other person consents, then whatever.
Don't be mad though,
Yeah.
because that's what I'm saying. If your intentions, because this is how crazy it is. Because we'll flip this and we'll move to the next part. Somebody will do that, and let's just use the heterosexual normative situation of a guy and a girl. A girl might do that, knowing that they don't want nothing with this guy, and say, "I'm gonna go out with him because I'm gonna get a little free date." And the other girl hype her up. Yeah, you should do that. It's hilarious. Then the guy be like, "What's up with that? You know what? You know what I'm
That's
saying?"
what I was gonna
and
say.
then the girl be like,
what you think this
So
is?"
y'all both have bad intentions for each other. Why y'all mad?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Why y'all
the
mad?
video I was gonna send you because this
Finish
is
it.
exactly one thing that happened. The girl gets in the car and she's video. This is a whole nother thing. She's
Is this
video.
from a flight she flew in?
No,
Oh.
no, that was a good one.
I seen
that
that
was a
one,
good
too.
one, and I agree with him, by the way. But this is these people are so bold. They're recording themselves. This is the part this is where I know it's a little wacko. You're recording yourselves as if to say like, look at me do this dumb thing. But the girl gets in the car and she's like, hey, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I don't really want much out of this, but a free meal. I simply just want a conversation and a free meal. So I know this is not gonna go anywhere. She's being honest. He goes, oh, that's great.
Yes.
Do you mind if we, we can just we can go straight to having, like we can just do that right now, and then maybe we'll go get dinner after. It's no big deal. Why do we have to go to dinner first, if that's the case? And she's like, what? Absolutely not. Like, no. Like, are you kidding me? And he's like, what do you mean? Like, what?
We gonna have to eat. And
I
do
thought
it
we
at
were
the
on
same
that time.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
what,
yeah,
you want to? He's like, okay, do you want to have a meal at the same time?
Was that the last one?
Yeah. Comment
Yeah.
wise, there's an audio one, but it's not.
Use each other, man.
It don't play?
It plays, but we already talked about it last week,
Did we?
No.
or not last week. We already talked about him saying that whenever we had the episode.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Oh, shout out to what's Powell?
Colin Powell.
No,
Oh,
Josh
Josh
Powell.
Powell.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
okay,
Shout out to
okay.
Josh, bro. Big time basketball player. Baby.
What was it about?
It was about
It was about LeBron and
LeBron stepping to Mark Jackson.
Mark, not
Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
but
I don't know if we talked about that on the show, bro. I can't remember, but it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Y'all comment, we reply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, he was saying if LeBron should have LeBron should have said something, would not have said anything to
Kevin
Kevin
Gates,
Gates.
Yeah.
because he didn't address Mark Jackson for saying
saying
stuff
that
in
he
the
was gonna
past.
knock Savannah out the park.
Yeah.
Even though he was referring to softball.
Facts,
but,
facts.
Yeah, which was
Barker,
hilarious.
he a wild boy.
So
Yeah.
who's your medium must-stuck of the week?
Whoever wrote the stupid message on the plane United flight from Hawaii to Los Angeles. I don't know if y'all saw that.
What did he say?
And it was an emergency landing?
Yeah.
Well, give us a backup.
Yeah.
Well, give us background.
Plane took off from Hawaii to land in LA. They had to turn around mid-flight because someone who was on the plane, and they don't have released who it was, but someone on the plane wrote that there's a kaboom on the plane. So I guess someone after that person used the lavatory, saw it on the mirror, because that's where they wrote it, and told the flight attendant. Flight attendant then told the captain. Captain said, "We busting a Yui right now." Just dumb. Like, this 2025. Don't do stuff like that. Even if it was a game, and it was a game.
Come on, don't do stuff putting it on the mirror.
Well,
or
you're
the
not
pilot?
supposed to say it at all, let alone do it. But
You
like,
sabotaging the trip.
yeah,
Are they white or black?
we don't know.
What? Last week he said, "I love racing everything."
Right. Also,
Why?
also, the plane was coming from where? Hawaii?
Yeah.
They could have been islanders.
Anything.
Bro.
They could have been anything. No, and again, it
I
doesn't
just like
matter.
knowing. Yeah, I like knowing because it's like a race war in my head. It's like I got to get less black people doing stuff and more other races.
Hey, there's
I always
a
wanna know.
great SNL skit on that. Have y'all seen that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, where,
It's
I
I really
hilarious.
do want to know. I'm like, dang, I hope they ain't black.
You know who it was Shane Gillis, and they were reading the news, and the skit is there's two white news reporters, there's two black news reporters, and they have to read the news. And as they're reading it, they all start trying to anticipate what is what.
Like, oh,
It's
that's definitely a black crime.
So Shane Gillis, my favorite part was Shane was like, "Oh yeah, we're down 2-0. Watch this, looters." He
No,
goes.
facts. But that's also if y'all ever pay attention to the Breakfast Club, they used to do a segment called "Guess
what race it is." Yeah.
Oh,
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go watch it.
But that was back in the
Guess
day.
what race
That was
it
an
is.
old.
I'm gonna go
segment.
watch some.
Anytime it was a white person, they would play Taylor Swift. Shake it off.
Yep.
Shake it off.
Or they would do
We
the.
need to bring that back.
They would do
That's
the
what's
Kathy
really
Lee. It's so mayo. This is
Yes.
so mayo. Oh, that's classic.
gonna bring that back
Black,
for something.
They would do that
That's
damn,
fun to
damn.
But when that boy Shane said looters,
You said American Airlines or
Nah, it was
Whoever
United.
the person is.
well, United, that new
anytime
Spirit.
we can bash American, I'm with it.
United, the new Spirit.
I got your
No,
back, baby.
facts. Well, what you got?
I'm Mutha-Stuckaless. I'm
He's
Mutha-Stuckaless. I'm stuckless.
Well, pass the mic to me then, because I'm not.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
I got real beef, man.
Here we go.
Got real beef.
Turn up. Who is
Big
it?
beef.
All the
Sausage.
20 plus teams that voted against the Tush push,
Oh, yeah.
y'all stuck, man. Y'all
Yeah,
wanna know why y'all stuck and why y'all the biggest Mutha-Stuckers? Cause the vote failed, and y'all gonna get pushed on this season.
I was so pissed it failed.
Y'all
too.
gonna get pushed on. Bro,
was so
here's
pissed.
there's no argument.
I don't want to hear it.
No, there's none.
Malata said
zero
it's not.
argument, bro.
Malata said it's not a rugby move.
It's
Period.
not.
Yeah.
Game
There's
over.
zero argument that anybody can bring up to me, even from the
I
defensive
just don't like it that y'all
standpoint.
use it and y'all win with
But
it.
that
I
okay?
don't like it.
Say that.
Say that loudly.
Jerry Jones,
Yeah,
said
yeah.
too.
Straight up.
And I respect Jerry Jones for saying. He said, "Is it a play that I don't like, or is it something that I don't want to get the Eagles an advantage?" Say that, bro.
I'm cool with
you
that
said that?
because
He
that's
said
that's
that.
that's a real
That's
opinion.
the real opinion.
But
He's
to
like,
say
bro,
stuff like it's not healthy because it hurts people when it has zero
no
safety
injuries.
risk.
No,
Listen,
no, no.
this
I
is
don't care
my
about
favorite
that.
one. It's my favorite one. It's not an exciting play.
Shut up. It's always a
It
touchdown.
actually is exciting, bro. For me, it's
Thank you.
exciting, bro. For
But
me.
how many plays in the NFL aren't exciting?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, football is not about exciting plays, it's about winning games.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about a football play, there is nothing more football than line
that.
up your 11.
Than that.
I line up my 11,
Let's
and we
see
go
who-
see who
let's
the
see who
biggest and
big.
baddest to get this 1
It's
yard.
exciting because you want to see if they get it or not.
That's
bro.
it.
That
That's
is
it.
exciting.
What is
Every
going
time
I want to see if somebody
they
can beat
line
it.
up for the tush push, listen to the crowd. Every time, whether it be in Philly or anywhere else, every time they line up for the tush push, listen to the crowd.
Now I know
You try
after
to tell
this
me
year
it's
it's
not
gonna be
exciting,
nothing
bro.
but booze, but
You try to tell me, but then
Yeah, it's gonna be
other
booze.
teams try to run it, and
It don't work. That's why I don't like it. It's like, bro, something that y'all do, y'all are cheating or something.
no. But
serious.
here's
There's
here was
something that y'all
the
are
other
doing, bro.
argument. It's a big back, big center, Josh Allen,
Couldn't get it done.
and the big game too.
And Josh Allen's huge.
Yeah,
And
it's
he's
something that
massive.
y'all are doing,
and
bro.
his center's big. And his center's a solid center.
So we don't want to hear that, bro. And y'all voted against it, and y'all trying to say, we're not soft. It's this, da, da, da.
Hold on,
Like
Pat
the-
Mahomes.
The
Pat
coach
Mahomes,
from
he's
the
small.
facts. The coach from the Bears, like he got something to say with his sorry ass.
Jeez Louise.
I like big plays. Not an exciting play. I like big plays.
Whoa.
So y'all better lead this year in big plays. I'm clipping that every week. Every week, bro. Anytime y'all run a dumb play, I'm clipping it.
Yeah.
And then also, turn your hat around, bro. This is my other one. Tie for first. We going for last week. Now they do
baby.
play today, so maybe they can make up for it. But the Arlington Renegades, bro, Y'all definitely stuck. Did y'all see how the game ended last week?
No, tell me what happened.
Bro, we came back. We was playing DC. We came back, bro. Fought back. There's 6 seconds left. Now, we could have put my man Lucas, the kicker, out on the field. Shout out to my boy Lucas. He could have tied the game up, and we could have won overtime.
Yeah.
And UFL's overtimes be interesting. 6 seconds left. They decide to fake spike it and throw an out route to the wide side of the field. For those who don't know, there's hash marks in the middle of the field. If you're on the left, the wide side would be the right because it's further to throw to the right than to throw to the left. Mm-hmm. So that's a long pass, bro. And you're throwing an out route. So you're throwing it to the sideline. This man throws the ball, picked immediately, bro, to end the game. All you had to do is spike it, bring out the kicker, go to overtime. They faked the spike, threw the pick. I was at the Rangers game watching the game too. I've never been more embarrassed in my life.
That's probably why they ain't going.
So both of them on football. Everybody who voted against the Tush push and the damn Arlington Renegades. And guess what? Because of that damn play, they got knocked out of the playoffs. Who you got?
Yeah, it's hard to. I guess I'll just. I don't know. I have a few different. I have like 5 or 6, but I guess since everybody did different things, I'll do political. Let's shout out. By the way, my Mutha-Stucka of the week is gonna be whoever built that boat for Kim Jong-un. Y'all see this? Or Kim Jong-il?
Not the one that crashed into the...
Yeah, bro. Did y'all see this, bro?
Nah.
All right, bro. So listen, they apparently spent all this money to build a 50,000-ton mega ship. Just monster.
A monster.
Like a yacht or...
No. It's a warship. It's a warship. And so apparently they had a... Yeah, no, it's a ship.
Real talk. It's a big boy.
Yeah. So
all the entities.
They brought the entire country to release it. You know how they have like a show where they release it into the water.
Dedication type
of which he was there for. The president was there for. Bro, they go to put it in the water and it sinks.
Hey Kim, I ain't laughing.
Bro,
too
on my
hard,
mama, boy.
That ain't me laughing. That's
I'm not laughing at him. I'm not laughing at him. He didn't make the boat.
Kim, if it's big waves to you, it ain't me.
Not sunk. I thought it like hit something.
No, boy.
Hey Kim, okay.
How did it sink?
It capsized, boy. It sunk.
Hey Kim, my
Well,
bad.
I'm pulling it up right now just to watch it.
I'm serious, bro.
Because I actually love watching ship launch videos.
They launched it and it sunk.
In front of everybody, right there.
He did. Did you see their faces? Yo, I saw the clips.
Talk about it was what it is.
Y'all have to watch. Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I say I put myself in the seat of the operator. Because I already know he like, bro, listen, I'm going to sink with the boat. Let me just sink with the boat.
There's no other person. There's no other person in the world
You
that
do
is
not
more
want that.
stuck than that person right now, bro.
In the planet Earth, that's the last thing on the planet Earth.
Hilarious,
think about all the things you could do on this planet that you would
Did they
not.
have a countdown 2, 3?
No, seriously, it was almost like a NASA lift. This was the big boy for them.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why he was there.
And this was the shit that's supposed to be putting
And
him
the
in
reason why
position.
it's funny is the difference with the NASA launches and stuff. People be dying.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, what you mean?
There's people on
thing.
the
So if something explodes,
spaceship.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
for
thought you meant
it
like
wasn't nobody on the ship. That's hilarious, bro. So
Nah,
Oh, my goodness.
it was.
they
It
gonna
was.
fish it out the water, or it's like it's sunk.
Say, boy, I don't know.
Because
but
like you know how like the remember the cruise ship?
It'll
they
like
hit the side of the
capsize
beach,
left to the left
and
or
then
something.
It
Yeah.
stood there and they had to take it out.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
then
possible.
They could probably get it out, but if it like sunk and it's gone,
I'm going with them for sure.
that's hilarious, bro.
I'm telling you, like, especially in this little war that we got, like the geopolitical war, and the way the image matters, like the way you look. Like when Trump did
100%.
that Tesla thing, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Now you dropped.
That make y'all drop. That
You
make y'all
gotta-
look stupid.
It make y'all look stupid.
Dumb.
Now
But
you have
listen,
to race.
and we're laughing
here.
at the guy whoever the situation is that is operating this moment. That's why you the Mutha-Stucka, because
That's hilarious,
if there's
bro.
literally one thing on the planet Earth you probably don't want to happen
It's
in this
that.
day and
You know
age
what
is
this-
anything like that.
You know what this is? This is you remember when we talked about the reverse jersey?
Oh yeah.
That's what that is. Remember the jersey that was upside down?
Yeah,
Oh,
remember?
yes,
Yeah, when they
yes.
released it, it was
Yeah.
Anything upon
Yeah.
release being
Yeah.
that big of a mess up is huge, bro. Like,
yeah. You didn't. That means there's something very drastic that you could not have thought about or that you should have thought about that
And
you
you
did not.
didn't.
And you're supposed to be the guy.
And
That's the
typically,
part.
it's the most basic of things.
100%. Like you didn't strap something
boat.
in.
Yeah, but in this situation, it's probably like an angle that they didn't take into consideration, or a wind
And you're like, bro, what
factor.
are you doing?
Something. It's
Or
like
you dropped it too fast.
yeah, it's something. It's something simple.
We
Watch.
decided we were going 2 meters at for every 60 seconds or whatever, and we just dropped it. And
You know what? We want to see it. We're 2 minutes over time, so we want to. We
Right. That's probably
it's all that
it's
stuff.
Like, oh, we rushed, and it's like now we got out of protocol, and now you done sunk the whole damn thing.
Yeah, bro. I
And you
just,
can't.
hot,
there's
boy.
no re-release, right?
no,
Like,
that's what I'm
done.
saying.
You're
For
done.
something like
All
that, you're
money
just
done. You're done.
it's a wrap.
even if you rebuild it, it's like there's no.
Yeah, that boy's in a.
That's hilarious. Stucky situation.
I
was
tried
actually
that time.
nice. It's 7 It's the AM.
I know, but I had to like my nose getting a little itchy.
I had
up,
2
man,
donuts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the sugar.
Yeah. Sugar Rose say that.
All right, so this week's submission is from Brandy.
Let's go, Brandy.
Brandy is a young black female. She said, y'all, I love the show and I need some real help because I don't feel like my family is helping me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been with my fiance now for 6 years. 1 year, his fiance. He got arrested last year, like literally 2 days after he proposed to me. However, last month, he finally got sentenced and they gave him 15 years. 15 years, y'all. I love him. That's my man.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
I want to hold him down, but I don't think I can go that long without. Let's be real. I love having relations.
Oh Lord.
Smecks, yeah. But I love it with him, and I want him. My mama and sisters think I'm stupid for waiting to hold him down for 15 years, but what should I do? In the words of Frozen, let it go, let him go.
There's so many things to talk about.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
What I'm kind of interested in something else.
Yeah. Wait, what you talking about?
Is it what?
Hey, Katie, right there, bro. Chill.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'm
Oh,
kind of interested in something else.
that
15
back.
years got to be.
Yeah,
No,
so that's what I'm saying.
Let's unpack it.
It's
Come
a
on.
felony.
No, come on, let's unpack
a
it.
high level felony.
We're talking like,
he must-
like
What
a
did he do?
sexual assault.
No, what did he do?
That's what I'm
Murder.
saying.
Yeah, what did he do?
Kidnapping.
No, I noticed that's not in the description.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
but the
yeah,
15 years is telling.
No, it don't have to be because I already know. We know. We're sitting here
Yeah.
talking about the same thing now. Let's unpack it.
No, that's what I'm saying. 15 years is a long time. Like from what I at least know, I ain't never been to. I ain't never been anyway. I ain't never been to a jail or prison, nothing like that. But I do. I feel like I've done a lot of research, seen a lot of cases, and I understand, I guess, case law from my studies. And I feel like, particularly maybe even if you're in Texas, I'm using my understanding of like Texas law, but 15. You gotta be doing something for real to get.
Or
a
this
15.
isn't your first rodeo. That could be
Right,
it too.
that's what I'm saying, right? It's either isn't your first rodeo, but even then, sometimes you can get people. I know people who got 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes, and every time they go in, it ain't nothing but 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, it's just more likely that this isn't his first rodeo
Right.
than it
Yeah,
is to be
something.
his first
For-
sentencing
yeah,
for 15
for sure,
years. It's
for
like
sure.
Yeah.
he's done something in the past. So I agree with you there. I think what I was going to try to unpack with that is like a couple of things. You're not a 1-year fiance, okay? He went in a month or 2 days later. You're a 2-day fiance. Okay, let's just be honest. Let's be honest.
Well, maybe he got out on bail or something, you know.
No, she said he's in there 15 years.
Well, but like he
He was he
got
got
arrested.
arrested, but then they took forever to sentence him. So
Right.
he
So
could have
maybe
been
he,
out
like,
the
got
whole
out.
time.
Oh,
on
maybe he
bail or
bailed out.
something.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's back off of that for a second. Okay, because I was just trying to.
But he could be in there for the year. We don't know. We have no idea.
I'm just trying to. We're trying to. There's a lot to unpack, so I'm trying to go like layer for layer here. So, 15 years. You know, you're just recently engaged, which he was together with you for 6 years. In that 6 years, there's 100% some things that happened that got him to this point.
And you know.
You must know because there's no way it's 15 years, like we just said, off the first offense, unless it's something major.
Mm-hmm.
And
even
then if it's not the first offense, then that means there's multiple offenses, and then he just happened to succumb to this last one that made it a major charge, right? Either way, 15 years is a mighty long time. So, number one, there's, let's be honest. There's probably not a lot of healthy relationships that go through that and make it through that when there's constant friction with the law like that.
Right.
It's not a lot of health there when it comes to relationships. That's number one. So in other words, I'm already siding with moms and pops and whoever else that's trying to tell you like, look, this is not a good look for you. The other part is the first thing you thought about was not having Smex. That's what I'm saying. The first thing, not like I can't see my life without him, not the children that we might have one day, not the.
But maybe she like thinking I don't want to be a cheater.
Yeah.
Again, that's your priority to think about with somebody that has 15 years?
Hey, she being real.
Could it be that, no, what if we just changed our mindset and said, well, instead of thinking about that, let me think about my life for a second. I don't want to be going to work every day, coming home and not having that person here with me because they made these choices in their life to affect my life like this. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I don't want to get awarded at my job or awarded in my professional space and look out in the crowd and can't see you because you made a bunch of choices to affect our relationship. Besides the smecks, you know what I'm saying? There's so many other, maybe I want to have children with this man because of whatever situation. And now I have to wait the 15 years to have children with this man. And then.
But you get conjugal visits.
Right. Or whatever, but they're not married. Their fiance, not going to work.
Right.
So, again, there's just so many other things to consider than that part. So the fact that this is being brought up right now is a little bit of a red flag for me. So I got a couple red flags here I'm looking through that's going like, baby girl, I think it's time to maybe.
She said, for me, she said, I want to hold him down. So I'm thinking that you've been holding him down. So she with the shits.
This is what we're. I think this is what we're saying.
Because yeah, we know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She
so
with it. So
there's two things here. You either are going to like it and I love it.
Fact.
You feel what I'm saying? You like it, I love it. Or it's you're thinking about your future, and if you're thinking about your future, this is an easy conversation.
Hey man, I say you identify as a man, do some crime, and then get in there with him.
Facts.
No, I'm just joking. But no, here's what I will say.
But she did say stuff like,
honestly,
I don't feel like my family is helping me. What does that mean?
They could. I think what she's really saying is, I don't think my family is like,
Agreeing with me. Yeah, but what does
That's
that
what I
mean?
see.
This
And
is
okay,
people-
they can disagree.
Your family don't agree with none of this. They've been saying it from the
You're
jump.
asking for, you're asking for advice. You're going
want
to
a
your
yes man.
family, and your family's telling you need to. You know what I'm saying?
Get rid of
Which
them.
also makes me feel like she with the shits too, because the family is seeing like, hey, we want better for you. We know
100%.
better for you, and it'd be different if like. Here's what I will say. I don't believe people who are headed to prison need to be cut off from like society. I'm not
what I'm saying.
that you should drop this man and never talk to him again and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. However, and if you have some sort of real connection with him, maybe that friendship and relationship can continue in a way that is healthy for you both. Because you may not know what's going on behind them walls. He could have people writing in, other girls coming through, and then you got the phone records. You look like Young Thug.
Right.
Anyway. So here's what I will say, honestly. Your age says 25 to 34, so I don't know where you are on that range. It's a pretty large scale range. If you're on the younger part, but you still have time. So on either part, if you're 25 or if you're 34, you still have plenty of time to reinvent who you are and who you would like to be. To Matt's point, yes, you brought up the sex, but I think you need to be thinking about the other stuff too, right? Like, you got to be thinking about stuff like this. And I hate to be like this serious. But if you haven't thought about, you said yes to being his fiance, I guess being his wife, but y'all didn't get married yet. But you're gonna need somebody who's going to hold you down when your parents pass, bro. Because your parents are gonna pass. Is the man that you're gonna marry gonna be somebody who is going to be there for you emotionally, financially, have some stability there, who's gonna be able to talk to the doctors if your mom is on, God forbid, her hospital bed, but you're too overwhelmed to talk to the doctor. Is he gonna be the man that's gonna be there and say, "Don't worry about it. I called the funeral home for you, so you don't have to do that"? Is he gonna be the man to help raise your kids whenever you getting overloaded and you're like, I can't do it, and he say, "Don't worry about it. I'm finna take the kids to the park and go get some ice cream so you can have some you time, go get your nails done and do it." Those are the things you got to be thinking about, not the sex part. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to have somebody in your life who's gonna help you get some peace and stability. And that's where I think you should leave that relationship. 15 years, think about it this way. You say 1.5, it doesn't seem long. If you had a child now and he came out, your child would be about to drive his car or their car. If you're 30 now, when he comes out, you'll be 45. We're talking now high-risk pregnancies. If y'all try to have a kid at that point.
You're either gonna be
15
40 or
years-
50.
Right.
Yeah.
15 years is a very long
Yeah.
time.
You gonna cheat on?
I mean,
her.
if
1
you-
year is a long
If you
time.
had a kid, yeah, 1 year is a long time. But people can see 1 year and be like, okay, I could probably do 1 year. And they don't think, or they say 15. Yeah, he was in there for 15. I'm like, yeah, okay, 15 years. Think about it, bro. How many iPhones do we go through in the span of 5 years?
How about forget that? Just multiply that by 365. That's what people do.
Yeah.
We see the small number like 15, and you're
Nah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
put the
no.
big boy.
Put the
out.
days on it.
Yeah, put
Yeah,
the
put the
days
days
on
on
it.
it.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
see
yeah.
how many
Hours
days
on
it
that
is.
shit.
Yeah. That's
That
how
much
ain't,
room.
that ain't no slouch. I mean, hell, doing 30 days in the jail is ain't no.
That's what
ain't
I'm
no
saying.
slouch.
You talking about
And
15
you talking about
years?
15 years?
Man, come
so
on, bro. Come on.
I think you should release yourself from that relationship, and maybe listen to what your family is saying, because it seems like your family might actually have your best interest at heart.
Man, you don't even know in 15 years if you'll like the same breakfast you're eating right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're out, so you get to choose your breakfast.
I don't know, bro.
You
It's
don't?
just
Hey, don't,
15? Yeah, you
just
are.
don't be.
Hey,
SNS.
look, I looked it up.
Oh, you did the video?
Class A and Class B felonies. Those would hold some mandatory minimums, including aggravated sexual assault,
I knew it. I knew it had to be one
assault
of
of a pregnant woman, kidnapping
Mhm.
in the first degree, employing a minor, home invasion,
Oh.
regular sexual small,
them. I hate that. We have to talk like this.
and some Class B felonies as well, just straight Class B. Some that are Class A and B, but
So either he kicking doors or he's doing something.
so here's
Oh,
one
man.
that could be reasonable depending upon what happened on day 2. What if, like you proposed and then y'all decided y'all wanted to take a trip and maybe he was drinking and driving, and not a negligent homicide is a mandatory minimum.
So we don't
But
know.
I mean, I think that would, I don't know, something
Yeah,
like
not
that.
to-
she would bring
not
up.
to
She
guess
would've-
the-
I feel like you should have said that. You
Yeah,
know
if
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
something like that, that had
Because
to
then
come
that
up.
could have made it. You could have played on our soft heart. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, he was just driving accidentally. You know, whatever. Okay, that
Driving
works.
drunk.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, but you still
I'm
could've
also a
been-
dude, so I can imagine what he knew he did something and was like,
Right.
"Come on, baby, you don't." I'm
And you might say
Yeah,
something like
he-
that.
He should be. He's stuck and stupid. So are we putting him on the wheel?
He been on. If he on the wheel, he every single selection.
Yeah, which is a segment where a person places
15
thing,
of
finds
them.
herself in a stuck and stupid situation, and we put their ass on the wheel. So he on the wheel this week. Corey, spin that wheel.
It is spinning.
We back. We bite.
It's popping. Dang.
Boy,
Is
this
it
is
stuck
a good
and stupid for the person getting food in a relationship or in relationships? Make 2 stops if you can't agree on the place.
I think it is. I hate this. This is something me and my wife have contention on all the time. She doesn't agree with me on this, and I don't agree with her on that. Matter of fact, I will eat something I don't want to eat if it involves, just because I don't want to go somewhere else.
1,000%.
Yeah. So it's stuck and stupid to go
I,
to 2 different places?
Yes.
yes, it's stupid
Okay.
to go
I'm
to.
stupid. Yeah. I'm stupid.
No, but there's people that believe the opposite. I'm just
I am
like,
on the entire other end of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's dumb as hell to get something that you don't want because you don't want to go to other places.
I
It's
agree.
just not efficient.
I
the efficiency.
prioritize things.
Yeah.
I prioritize not doing it over actually having the pleasure of the food. I feel like I'm gonna eat so much
But
food.
it's almost that means whoever's getting the food, whoever got the food first, because you got to go to the second spot. Their food gonna be hot. That person food gonna be cold.
Somebody gonna be cold.
Some
That's
people
fraud.
don't like,
That's fraud,
but
man.
some people don't care that their food is hot or cold. Katie
point.
eats slow, right? And she don't really care if her food is hot. I do, so I'm always getting my food last. Like,
yeah,
I don't,
I get.
I
Oh,
like
you
my
get your food last, huh?
I like my food hot, so I'm getting my
Okay.
food last. She doesn't. She don't mind if the food
Bet,
isn't like
bet.
piping hot. To me, piping hot tastes better. So that's just me. It's
That's
cool.
Claudia. She's the
But
same way.
I'm not
I need
like if
some
I
room
don't
temp,
want
boy.
what you want. Hell, sometimes I might go to 2 different spots because I want 2 different things. I want the fries from McDonald's, but I want the chicken sandwich from Jack in the Box.
So,
You
yeah,
know
he's
why
stuck,
though?
no.
For me, it's like I know this is a classic sign of the times, but it's like you do one thing like you do everything. In my mind, I prioritize that one extra level of efficiency that I don't have to go do something else. Like that's to me the number one thing.
Yeah.
So if you're like, let's go to the mall, and I know I got to go to the Nike store. Well, I like the Nike outlet better because it has more shoes than the Nike store in the mall, because the Nike store in the mall is maybe not as big. But I'm not going to be like, you go to the mall and we'll leave there and then we're going to go to the Nike store. I'm going to say, well, I'll just, whatever's in the Nike store that day at the mall, we're going to have to shop with. And if it's not there,
And apply that same logic with the food then.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay, bad.
That's what I'm saying. I'm literally like,
I'll just go ahead and.
so
I'll take
she'll say, I want
it is.
this meal from this place, and I'm like, wasn't really feeling that. I was kind of thinking I want this,
But
you know, I'm not gonna argue this option down. The fact that she made the choice of something she wanted, I'd rather her be in her space to be comfortable with the food that she chose. And I'm really not that opposed to the food, to be honest with you. I just rather have had that. No problem. We're gonna eat this. And I'm going to love it.
I'll pull up to that one first and say, hey, baby, what you want? And I order it and then get to the window. She go, you not eating? I'm going to go over here. Pay for it. Then you got your food and I'm going to slide right by the Jack in the Box or whatever, get my food and we go to the crib.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just so stupid to make 2 stops in a relationship for food.
No, absolutely not. And people should actually, I
Stuck
think
yes.
Vote.
people should do it more.
So here's another reason why I don't want to do that. But I'll give you. It's some guy I watched on a podcast the other day do this. He was telling his dad. He was telling us about the story of the car pie. You guys heard of car pie? So car pie is his dad, on Fridays they would have pizza every Friday, and his dad would come home with the pizza, and the kids would eat, and he would have just enough pizza for all the kids to eat and his wife, but then there would be like 1 or 2 slices left for him, and he'd be like, man, I don't even want that. You know, you guys are fine. And he would always bring the pizza back by himself because the kids were at home. Well, one day his son got a little older. He said, you want to come get the pizzas with me? He's like, of course.
Yeah.
So they get in the car, they go get the pizzas. They're coming back, and but when they were in the store, they got 6 pizzas. Now, his entire life, they've only ever ordered 5 pizzas. Meaning when his dad came back home, he had 5 boxes. So he's like, 6 pizzas, that's crazy. Somebody coming over? They get in the car, and the dad cracks open the 6th box, and he's like, never tell anybody this.
This is it.
This is the car pie.
We
eat this on the way home.
Yes, sir. Everybody I told you that snack route. Everybody has it. I have that snack route, bro.
But I'm in that same mentality of the food. It's like, you know what? I'd rather do something like that
That's what you do.
than to go and say, like, let me go get Chinese because I don't want
The apple pie from Lisa's.
No, he may not have.
Well, then
the kids do on Friday. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
So he's like, I'd rather eat the pizza on a Friday just because that's what everybody's eating.
But the stupidity in that is, why would you then eat it in the car when you just get home and eat it? If in fact you were still getting pizza.
No, he just wanted to look like the champ. That's it.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, he just wanted to look like the champ.
And you don't want to eat that much in front of you. It's a lot to it. You don't want to eat that much in front of the kids.
Yeah,
the girl.
you don't want to go too hard.
Yeah, because then it's going to make them feel like they can eat a lot. Nah, it's a lot to it, man. I get the car pie. I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I eat something in the car to like.
You already know what it is.
I do something like, this is what I do.
Order egg rolls at Jack in the Box. You already know.
This is what I do.
Man, I don't know. Them kids change
might
everything,
order
bro.
something and eat it in the car. If I eat it in the car, it's because I don't want Katie to eat it.
But see, okay, but hear me out. But hear me out.
That's the same thing.
Thank you.
I want my own.
Thank you.
And I don't want to do that in front of y'all.
Yeah, because it feels weird.
Yes.
And on top of that, sometimes you get the
it's not that it feel
judgment.
weird. It's because I don't want to share it. That's it.
Me, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
In the car, but I still wanted it.
But do you talk about it though?
No.
You eat in the car, don't mention nothing about
No,
it.
of course not.
Yes.
Of course not. It's the car pie.
The car pie.
I might leave the trash in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning, I might take the trash out so
Yeah.
that if you ride in the car, you
I
not
just
seeing
did that this
Come
morning.
on, man. Come on, man.
Bro, I had Starbucks wrappers, boy. The apple pie from
Come on,
Lisa's.
man.
You gotta clean that car
That Lisa's
out,
apple
bro.
pie is like
That's what
legendary.
I'm saying, bro. You gotta,
Come on, bro.
because what's gonna happen is you gonna say something like, "Oh yeah, we gotta go to Walmart or something like that." You get in the car, she get in the car, like, "You had an apple pie?" Like, damn, you got caught up.
It's him in the donut holes. Imagine if he just ate the donut holes and gave us the box.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do.
You could have.
Yeah, see.
He probably that extra bag.
I do it all the time.
I always order. I have a
Kolaches
bag
all
of
the
donut
time.
holes by the time I get here.
Yeah.
The car pie is the goat.
Yeah, the
Car
car
pie
pie
is
is the
genius.
But it's just of the same brain of like, you know what? Well, it's all here.
Shout out to car pie. Every man do that, man.
I had one yesterday. Chicken Express.
Car pie, I love this shit. Talking much. Is it sucking stupid to say there is a time and place for breastfeeding?
He been saying that's his
Yes,
kid. Shiitake mushroom.
I'm gonna tell you, man, bro. I feel so strongly about this. I'm gonna say it's stupid to talk anything when it comes to women's bodies.
Yeah, 100%.
But what I guess is, yeah, man. Like, just don't, bro. I don't get it. Okay, is it a little bit unnerving when you realize there's an open breast, you know what I mean, in public? as a man, it's because there's so much. What's the word I'm looking for? There's so much
Temptation?
No.
Breasts have been sexualized in
There's a
Western culture.
dogma. Yeah, there's a dogma
Yeah,
behind seeing a woman's breast in public.
Facts.
That's just the truth.
Cleavage is damn near too much. Like showing that.
Yeah, even women hold their standard to each other. Like, girl, you showing too much or whatever. And I don't know. That standard's dropping daily, by the way. But my point is, there's such a dogma behind that we still have these types of conversations. Because, like, at this point, whether you agree with it or not, bro, just let them breastfeed the baby. I get it now. There's just so many things that women are trying to do in their moment to make sure that baby is, taken care of, and they have their regimens and they have things that they're doing to say that they want to parent their baby like. And no, I think there's not a quote unquote time and place. I mean, if your body,
I think there should be an S to it.
yeah, if you're in a professional space,
yeah.
and again, this goes into
That would be saying there's a time and place.
That's why I say. That's why I don't know. That's why I'm like the S part. I think will fit to your point in the time and place. For me.
I think in a professional setting,
something I don't know.
In a professional setting, if you can provide me the areas for me to be able to do that, then there's a time and place.
Well, now they're federally required to.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's not an issue. But like in any other public setting, at the end of the day, there isn't a time and place, but there's also, because they have been sexualized, all you got to do is cover it up and you'll be good. But other people don't even like that.
But that's what I'm saying. There's now, don't get me wrong, I'm not pushing back on women. Lord, I gotta be careful. Don't get me wrong. You can go on Amazon.
Streets.
Yeah, please, Lord Jesus, I'm not pushing back. But remember, guys, you can go on Amazon for a few dollars, and I know because my wife did it. You can go on Amazon for a few dollars and get you a little overhead cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It literally is a swing over your head, and you're good to go. You can see baby can see you. You have the connection. Everybody's comfortable. Yeah.
My favorite research, probably my second favorite actually, because I did a research project on the McNaughton rule and pleading insanity. That one was really cool. My second favorite research project and paper I ever did was about breastfeeding across different cultures in the world. Why are you laughing?
Nah, I thought you were gonna just stop at breast, but
No, it was about breastfeeding. And in different cultures and stuff like that. And there's so many cultures where it's actually frowned upon if you don't breastfeed your child wherever. If a child is crying and need food, like basically, people in the community might be smacking you up, like, why you starving your kid, fam?
Yeah.
I ain't thinking of it like that.
Feed your child. What are you doing? We don't care. But that's why I say I'm stuck in, because the reason why I'm stuck in is that's just not our culture.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I disagree. I think it should be that women should be able to feed their children. I don't care where. If the child needs to be fed, and this is how the child is fed, I think it should be a natural part of life, because that's what it is. And if you think about any other animal that drinks milk from their mother, they out there on the teat wherever, whenever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the male cows ain't like, go behind that tree. You know what I'm saying? Like,
find you a cover on Amazon.
You know what I'm saying? Find you a burning bush. No, I'm just joking. But we do, and it's because we have sexualized breasts. So we see that, and I think that that's kind of disgusting from the man part, that like you can't separate when you think a breast is sexually appealing versus just being the function of what it was made to be and do. That's crazy, bro. You have a problem. I've never seen
hornballs.
There's a whole culture on that.
I've never seen a
They love that.
breastfeeding woman and been like, damn.
But
People get off
in
on
the
that.
same argument, pull up your corn history search. Not ours probably, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that put.
No, I'm sure, but
and
y'all some freaky
I know women that
and
look
y'all
at
some
that
freak
content.
bulls too.
Yeah, I'm just saying that those people exist. So it's like,
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
some
just-
ditties.
But we are, essentially kind of making exceptions for them and not for everybody. So I would love for the culture to change. It's just not there. So I don't think it's stupid to say that there's a time and a place for breastfeeding, because I understand what the culture is. I personally think it's stupid because I don't find that to be.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Know what I know.
Yeah.
Look, if that baby crying and you need to give the baby milk,
Feed that child.
just do it. But again, now we have ways to make it even. Yes, maybe the mother has to take one more step of putting the thing up. Just do it. Like
It's the world we live in.
I have to go behind a tree when I use restroom. If I have to use restroom in public, I can't just stand there like, blah!
No fact.
It's natural. That's what I use it for.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
B Wood says,
Would it be stuck and stupid to go back to your ex because Because
They
because they finally started healing after you left.
Yes, it would be.
I think it's the dumbest. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'm glad you healed.
That's the reason why they heal is
Yeah.
not with you.
That's right. It's the proof is in the pudding. That's dumb.
100%.
And now you like, hold on.
That, believe it or
I
not,
got
came
the-
from Reddit. I gotta share that to they got a little topic thing on there.
Oh, Reddit?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, I
Did
mean,
we talk about this one?
We
we
should
did
make
that.
our
We
own
did that
thread,
one
an
already.
SNS thread.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
said.
Is it stuck as
He said
no,
we
that
did it
we
already.
did
Oh, we
already.
did?
Yeah. That was the allowance. We did that like 2
Yeah, I was like,
episodes.
damn, I feel
Okay,
like I might have left that on there. Hold on. See what this one is.
Is it stuck as stupid to blame the system for not having retirement savings?
It's not stuck as stupid.
Now, that also had some more to it, but I didn't want to put it all on here.
Yeah.
What did it say in the text?
Bring it up. I didn't even know we were gonna get this one.
When you say retirement, we are going to include
Yeah, there was an
Social Security.
article on it that I saw, but
Something about Gen X and something like that.
recent article said Gen X is saying they're broke because of student loans, aging parents, and kids. But how much of it is life? And how much is lifestyle?
Nope, I don't. This one I am super passionate about because no, it is systemically an issue. Now, whether or not there's intentionality behind creating that system to do that, people can argue about that till the cows come home. You know what I'm saying? But no, the stat was up to the early 2000s, 31,000 on average gave you a $7,000 surplus year in and year out. That means you could spend 31,000, make 38, and have a $7,000 surplus on average in America, building the lifestyle you want to and raising a family. Think about that for a second. That happened all the way up to like the early 2000s. Now we're at a deficit of negative 15 grand per family on average. That's paperwork. That's data. So that means the system has us at a deficit every single year since 2020 of 15 grand. So by definition on paper, it's not like they're living life. What do you mean living life? The whole world is at a deficit of 15 grand. Yeah, it's not. There is no living life that doesn't include being at a deficit
We're
when
just
the
living
average.
life.
That's exactly.
That's what we're
They're
doing.
actually not on paper. You're not living life. You're less 15 grand every year on average.
No, I'm saying like when I say living life, I'm saying
just
you're,
doing
you're just surviving.
That's
You're just
all they're doing,
surviving,
and that's
yeah.
barely
I'm,
at that.
Yeah, I'm just doing exactly what I can and supposed to be doing.
Now, I'm also someone who owns a business who feels like you can, that whole bootstrap conversation, I know that's a sensitive subject. I believe in digging in your heels and getting the work done. I'm a true believer of that. Listen, this capitalism is some of the greatest things that ever happened in history, if you ask me. That's how I believe life should be. But I'm also not an idiot. I'm also not going to sit here and say, well, everybody can pick up their bootstraps. That's not true. Some people have disabilities. Some people can't, literally. Some people
Don't have access to the knowledge to even
whatever.
Whatever.
Now, I don't. In that sense, the socialist values that come from that space, I understand. You have to include people in the society who are not quite well off, and those people are actually still in our society, and they actually still matter. We can have accommodations in that space. However, let's not act like we're down 15 grand in the system, and that somehow that's on average, by the way, and somehow this is we're
a
complaining.
lifestyle issue.
Yeah,
or
like
something,
shut up, man. Like y'all were doing way more spending than we were. You guys had surpluses. The reason why you're able to save is because you had surpluses, and it didn't cost you $6 grand more a year to go to vacations and do all that other stuff back then. No, so let's say you spent of that surplus $2,500 that year.
Still got.
You can save the other 45 every year for however many years that was.
Well, and for most people, when it comes to and the reason why I say this is stuck no is if we look at the system of our if you're a worker, right? 9 times out of 10, when you go to a job that has quote unquote benefits, they are selecting the plans that you can enroll into.
Come on.
You're not going to have the option to say, actually, because, okay, let's say I make $75,000, right? Truthfully, I actually make maybe 105, right? That 30 that's coming off the top is what the employer is rolling into the retirement, right? And all of my other health benefits and stuff like that. Well, I don't have the options to say, don't give me none of the benefits, just give me the 105 and I can choose my own adventure.
Well, in the open space you do, but
I do not. I can't. For some employers, you have to be on their benefits plan.
Yeah.
I can't choose to not have. I can't be there and not be in one of their retirement plans.
Yeah,
and I
so
can't be there and not
they're
be,
called elective. So like, so in other words, like it's business elected. So like, for instance, at where I work, Fidelity, and they have their own types of investment programs for you as an employee that you can't really mess with. You can just choose one of the two packages out of it, and then
what they have created.
Yeah.
But
Now-
I can't say just give me the money.
Well,
and then
that's what I'm
thought
saying.
you can
In the
opt out
open
on, like,
space, you can move your contributions around.
Right.
So you could in the open space, meaning like when you're not non-governmental employees that are working through like corporations, you can choose your contribution amount.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I can choose my contribution as well. Like I can wiggle that, but it's the contributions within the packages that you gave.
100%.
Yes.
I'm saying I can't say I don't want the benefits. Give me the 105 cash straight out, and then I can go in the open market and choose what I want to choose
Sure.
for myself. So then it really is it's on me if I don't have I didn't choose the right system. I didn't choose the right retirement package. I didn't save my money up right. I didn't choose the right healthcare. I had my own selection in that. Once I started at the job, I didn't. I had here are your 3 packages. You can choose from one of these 3 packages.
That's right.
Once you choose that package, you can choose how much you want to give, stuff like that. Sure. But this is the only 3 you got, and you can't opt out of it. You have to opt in if you're going to work here. So those are the things that people don't take into consideration. Like that's how most large businesses work. You don't get to go in and say, well, how much would it actually be if you didn't give me the benefits? Oh, you'd be making $40,000 more.
Yeah.
I'll take the $40,000 more cash.
So my thing is, minus all that, we just got to come up with another $15,000 every year on average per family.
Yeah, you got to.
So if you're not
Gotta
doing
figure it out.
things to make that to overcome that negative balance, then you have now become part of the national average.
Yeah.
That's it.
You got to make more than that.
That's
Take this
it.
to the shadows.
No facts. I'm just hoping everybody get a little. You know what I'm saying? The retire. All right, this one is this is the last one of the month, so it's shadowy. Wait, is it the last one of the month? Anyway, I'll put this on there. If your life was a movie, what genre would it be and what's the title?
Dang, that's tough.
Mine got to be some sort of kind of like dramatic comedy,
I was about to say mine's comedy, but
like a click.
Well, I was gonna say like a comedic rock doc, and I'll call it Follow the Cues. Come on, let's go.
I'm with
Let's go.
I'm with it. I had to think about my title. man.
Mine
Yeah,
would
I gotta
be
think about
like
my
Like I would have to have
Oh.
music. It would have to be documentary style over the shoulder, and there's gonna be comedy.
Mine would probably be a dramatic comedy doc
Yeah.
called Gap Tooth Baby.
I ain't never had no teeth, baby.
That's how I open up, you know what I'm saying? You hear the Universal sign was coming in, and that's what you hear that do what I should. That's how I open up, you know what I'm saying? Doom, doom, doom. That's hilarious.
mine would be like, I don't know, probably some kind of like light action movie, but I would say the Crip Who Tries. It'd be the Cripple Who Tries.
The cripple who tried.
Like everything based on me trying to be athletic. I'm trying to be athletic, but my knees hold me back.
Unbelievable.
Or it's gonna be the cover art's gonna be old boy. Remember this the movie where he was telling the story about he was getting out of the war. He was like bang bang. It'll be him.
yeah, I know.
Bruh,
You know
I had a group chat with me and my 2 friends who we've all had like knee surgeries and stuff like that. We call us the 3 amigos.
Oh, that's terrible.
Not the 3 Negro. If y'all black, but 3 Negro.
I got a D
2 black, 1
chat,
Mexican,
boy.
bro.
That's hilarious.
That's the one you use one on.
Yeah.
I don't have one for mine.
If you are a cannabis user to relieve your pain, you can call it joint pain.
Yeah. Hey, that would be. I'm not.
That's a really good
think I've seen it.
Actually,
I
that's
think I've seen that actually. No, I think I've seen
that's
the
a
store
great
called
name
Joint Pain.
for a
documentary.
dispensary.
I
No.
think that's what I'm saying. I think I've seen one for
But
a
it's also a
dispensary.
good name for the documentary for people who have like arthritis and they use cannabis to
That'd be hard.
medicate.
I'm good, man. I pass.
It's a Be Wood cooking documentary. Nah, son.
Nah, yeah, that's probably. I
You
said
can't pass on
it's
the
comedy. I
shadows.
call it Saturday.
It's Saturday, and that's how it opens up.
Yeah, Saturday. Life of a Hustler, comedy.
Yeah, who's
The
producing it?
comedic hustle.
Universal, Warner Bros.
I go.
Boy.
I don't know. Comedy.
Yeah,
I'll
bro,
probably go on my
gotta
Seth
be in
bag.
comedy, bro.
I'll probably go on my Seth
Nah, he
bag.
gonna do New Line Cinema. That's who producing it.
Yeah, New Line definitely. New Line for sure.
Oh, Big Boy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
He ain't
Give
got
him a
no
shot.
comedy.
No,
He ain't
mine's
got
gonna
no
be
comedy.
mine's gonna be
I'll
rock
first. Give him a
doc.
shot.
Mine's gonna be a comedic rock doc, right? Shot by A24.
I was about to say A24.
But Tyler Perry shooting in 3 days, and I need to get it. We hustling.
No, I need
the work.
to see. I need colorization. I need all that in my film.
I'll make them do it.
Nah,
Just
get
give me the
all that.
budget.
Nah,
I
his
just
colors
didn't
be
get it off.
too saturated.
No, I need super
His colors
vibrant, brilliant. I need
his colors be
just
too
bright.
saturated.
Or whoever shot Real Husband Housewood, Hollywood. I
That's
want mine to be
hilarious.
exactly like that.
Oh,
Or
that's
Netflix. Somebody
hilarious.
get the Netflix production house.
This is the life. Welcome to Hollywood. And look, listen,
I'm gonna go watch that today.
That
work.
bug is hilarious, bro. I remember one time laughing at that show so hard, I almost threw up, bro. It was when y'all remember when old buddy was hanging out the window because he fell out the window, or he was hanging on, he's about to fall out the window, and they was trying to save him on the ledge, and it was all outside, and Nick Cannon walked in like it's cold in here, and he went and closed the window on JB's fingers, and then they ended up letting him go, and he fell.
Crazy.
That's what they said Kevin Hart died because he had fell from the window. It's the way that scene alone, bro. I was about this close from throwing up for. I was laughing so hard because it didn't make no sense why they did it like that. Anyway, while you are up early morning thinking about your life as a movie, I actually kind of want to hear. Like, I would love for our listeners to answer that question. If your life was a movie, what genre would it be, and what's the title of it? You can go into a little bit of depth in the comments. But while you're doing so, make sure you are drinking your tea, you're getting your sleep, and you're coming back next week because we'll have a better episode. Peace out.
What's up?
And it's stuck.
Hey.
He's risen.